Good morning there. Well, spring has certainly moved in. We have had a lot of windy weather. We've had some warm weather, eastern regions especially, as is the case in western northwesterly airflows. Highs getting into the early 20s in spots. I even saw temperatures in the mid-20s for Hawke's Bay at one point. We have certainly had thunderstorms for western regions. I've seen quite a few photos and videos of some forked lightning on the New Zealand Stormchasers group page. Thank you very much for sending those in. Some incredible looking footage there. Steve may put some up. Otherwise, yeah, head to the New Zealand Stormchasers group page on Facebook and you can see those photos and that video there. The spring pattern will continue for the week ahead. We've got more windy weather on the way, some wet weather certainly in the west coast, most definitely, and warm temperatures, and you guessed it, they will be in the east. This picture here basically sums up the next 7 days. See the red in the east there? That basically means it's going to be drier than normal for the next 7-day period. And in the west, we've either got average rainfall or wetter than sort of like normal rainfall, and you can see that there certainly for the west coast. Okay, let's get into it. So this is today, this afternoon at 3 p.m. We've got a north to northwesterly airflow over the country. Up in North Island we've got a few showers there. There is a chance that there may be a little bit of instability in those showers. There's some reasonable surface moisture. There could be the odd isolated heavy shower move through, a low risk of some thunder perhaps. But more interestingly is this low there in the Tasman Sea, and there is a front hooking into that. This evening into overnight, that moves in. This northwestern corner of the South Island, there could be some lightning in there and some heavy rain. And then also this southwestern corner of the North Island. New Plymouth down through to Wellington. Then early tomorrow morning, we're talking the upper North Island. It's your turn. Perhaps a chance of some thunder there. Then let's spin around once again because there's a new front heading in right there. That may clip Fiordland in terms of a chance of some lightning. Definitely the west coast in general. That front there will deliver some heavy rain later on Sunday, but it's only Fiordland really that there could be a chance of some thunder. Let's move to Monday, where not too much is happening. North to northwesterly airflow is there, a little bit of rain for the west coast, but we've got this haboob, not really a haboob, that gets a bit dangerous. So yeah, we've got this business moving in from the southwest, cold front in there, then a trough in behind. Let's move to Tuesday afternoon. So that cold front is way up here now, and the trough is in behind, and that trough marks cold upper air moving in. On that front there, and with the trough, there could be thunderstorms as they move through. I suspect the trough has a slightly higher chance. That cold air really brings in the instability, and there may be some hail with any thunderstorms on that trough. Okay, also I will say the east coast here, you never know, there could be something sneak up this side with that advancing cold upper air, and there could be a bit of a surface south to southwesterly change coming through, and that may trigger something into Canterbury, for example. Last week's forecast we talked about how on Friday, so yesterday, there was a chance in the east of a thunderstorm, but that really didn't eventuate in the end because basically it just stayed north to northwest over the country. Okay, let's move along. On to Wednesday, midday. Now the cold air is going to reach the upper North Island, yes, Wednesday afternoon. There is a chance perhaps in these showers here blowing through sort of Waikato up through to Northland, maybe some thunder right there. And then we've got a warm front there and a cold front right there tied into this low there down to the south. That warm front is just going to bring a little bit of rain. Cold front down here may flick Fiordland later on Wednesday next week. Brings a slim risk of thunder with that. On to Thursday, not too much happening, but we show it nonetheless. Then Friday, some rain heating up for the west coast. It's getting a little bit heavier, and there is a ripple in the space-time continuum out in the Tasman Sea. Great Scott, that will bring some heavy rain to the west coast, or heavier rain shall we say, later on Friday, and then that heavy rain moves into the North Island on Saturday afternoon, 7 days away, and in behind some nice cold advancing upper air once again, so that brings heavy showers to the west coast, maybe thunderstorms, maybe some hail. So, certainly some dry weather coming up in the east, thunderstorms for sure in the west, and there's going to be a bit of windy weather coming up too. Okay, we'll catch you again Saturday morning next week.
Severe thunderstorm, large hail, hazard forecast. Storm moving northwards on the Canberra Plains towards Ashburn.